Okay, so today we're looking at integration by the chain rule. Now, there is no such thing as the chain rule of integration. It exists in differentiation, and we're mimicking it in integration to be able to do some of the problems that you think you know where it comes from, basically. So what we do is we look for the complicated part. And then we guess where it's come from. That's trying to be our answer. Then what we do is we differentiate our guess to see what the difference is between our guess and what we're trying to integrate. And finally, we compensate for anything, usually some sort of multiple. Okay, let's have a look at an easy-ish one. So, first one. All right, so the complicated part here is our x squared plus 3 to the power of 3. And we guess that that came from something with a power of 4. So our guess says x squared plus 3 to the power of 4. We're then going to differentiate that and find out what that gives us. So using the chain rule, which exists for differentiating, we get this. We now compare this to what we're trying to integrate. And we find in this particular case, it's exactly the same. So because it's exactly the same, our guess, which isn't number 3, that's 3, our guess is what the answer is. So we just write it down. Yes, we've figured it out. It is this plus C. All right? So let's have a look at another one, because we didn't have to compensate in that one. If we've got 8x e to the power of x squared plus 3 dx. So in this case, we've got that e part. That's what we're calling our complicated part. So we've got e to the power of x squared plus 3. We say it came from e to the power of x squared plus 3 because we know that e differentiates and integrates to itself. We just have to do something often with the powers. So in this case, when we differentiate it, we still get that, but now the power gives us a 2x. So that 2x, we are comparing with this 8x and trying to work out how to compensate. So we need to compensate for this. So what we're asking ourselves is, how do we get from this to this? And we are going to multiply by 4. All right? So because we're multiplying the answer by 4 to get the question, we're actually going to multiply our guess by 4. So our answer will be 4 times e to the power of x squared plus 3 plus c. Again, not particularly difficult. If you know a good guess at the beginning, then it works out to be quite easy. So if we've got 6x squared sine x cubed dx, we're saying our complicated part is the sine x cubed. We know that sine, when we're differentiating, has come from cosine. So that's our guess. Then we differentiate that. Cosine differentiates to negative sine x cubed, and we have to differentiate the x cubed. We're now comparing this to this. We've got a sine x cubed, we've got a 6x squared here, and a negative 3x squared here. So to compensate, we need to multiply negative 3 to get 6 times negative 2. And that will give us, so that's our guess, we're multiplying by that in order to get this as our answer. So -2, our guess, cosine of x cubed plus c. Okay? Well done.